Alright, what is up guys? Today's video, I'm trying something that I've never done before. It's an idea that I got from my stream actually last night from one of my chatters. Basically, I'm gonna rewatch the VOD for one of the games that I played yesterday, where I kind of destroyed the enemy jungler, and I'm kind of just gonna walk you guys through all of the decisions that I'm making and why. I've realized that a lot of my content, you can do as many highlight videos as you want, but I don't know, I enjoyed doing the more informative stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a go, and then let me know if you guys enjoy this style of content. So yeah, I think it is I think it's this game right here. This is Challenger MMR. I'm jungling. I have Gragas mid, Riven top, jungling against a Kindred. Okay, so I'm gonna go AD in this game every time. When I see a Kindred, I see a Jhin, and I see a ranged support. AP Shaco is kind of struggles into mobility and like more ranged champs. I want to be able to reach them and go in, like Q onto them, whereas AP Shaco kind of wants to play more front to back. Has a much harder time dealing with the Kindred, so that's why I go AD here for the runes. I'm running right now. Hail of Blades always on AD. I like this setup. Secondary runes, don't overthink it. More preference. Inspiration's fine. Sorcery's fine. Whatever. Let's hop into it.
When you dance with death, lead.
Yeah. And this is, I intend to just kind of do this in one shot, so it's not going to be perfect, but I am going to try my best to actually be informative and explain kind of what's going on. So right off the bat right here, I do this a lot of games. Drop this box. This box is important, especially because once you're in Challenger MMR, like, people like to invade me. People like to invade Shaco. They like to fuck with the start. This box does a lot more. Like, obviously, it's not going to just stop their team from walking in if they really want to. But what happens is a lot of times people walk into the box, and then they see that we see them, and they're just like, oh, well, okay, and just walk away. So that's a good box. As well as if you really think that you're going to get invaded, nothing wrong with dropping a ward here as well. For this match, okay, so I remember what I'm doing. I'm gonna 3-camp. Usually I would path towards bot lane in this game, also known as like starting top and pathing down. I don't like doing that into a Kindred matchup. And the reason why is because I'm afraid that the Kindred in general, right? A lot of times Kindred players love to buff, right? There's a solid chance that she's going to predict me starting top, and a lot of Kindred players love to just take their blue, take Gromp, hop this wall, take my red buff and kill me, or show up and invade my red buff. While I'm doing it, I want to get this off the map. So that is why I'm starting birds here. I also asked for, I'm afraid of the cheese, right? I'm afraid of the buff. So I asked for this is a terrible ward. I asked for a mid-river ward topside because I wasn't sure where he was starting, and again, I was afraid that he was going to red hop over to blue. So I asked for a ward here. It's like the worst ward I've ever seen, but that's why my Gragas warded that. And that's why, yeah. So I get this ward, and I red second right there. I don't know if you noticed that as well. That's actually kind of important that I just did. I know I'm on a ward here, so never show them where you're going next, right? Like, it's easy to say, oh, Chase, like, it's pretty obvious, you're gonna get a red buff after your Raptors, but like, I walk into the bush as I level up my Q, and then I Q away just to make sure that this ward doesn't see me. So they actually don't know for sure, like, she can guess, but they don't know for sure where I am anymore. So that's actually kind of important. Whenever you can play around vision, yeah, don't give them free vision like that, you know? Actually going to, okay, So I do remember this game in particular, I tracked the enemy jungler like pretty well. I kept tabs on him for most of the game. And I was able to communicate with my team to actually punish him pretty hard. So I'm level 3 here. That's important. I'm seeing if this level 3 play is possible. I'm looking right now, my bot lane is still level 1. So I'm looking to see if maybe they, like, I wasn't positive on, you know, where their XP is. It looks like they're not going to get level 2 anytime soon, so I just leave. I think about it, and it's like, no, not worth it, and I leave. I dropped the ward in case Kindred's around. But what just happened? Oh, they warded try. Okay, my vision confused the hell out of me there. Okay, so after that, I'm just walking mid, right? I'm literally just looking to cross. I need to get to my topside camps. I haven't seen Kindred. In my mind, she's probably around topside. I'm kind of afraid that she can be here, right? I'm hoping that Gragas is just gonna E-flash on the Silas. This was actually a mistake by me because he doesn't have E yet. He's level 2. But I thought we could just burst him. Even if Kindred is here, I think we can just burst him quickly. Kindred was here, which was a good, you know, smart read by him. Mainly from this ward that I didn't know was warded. So we won for 1 there, which is fine. Like, not a big deal at all. This Kindred, yeah. That's fine. Kindred's chilling. Okay, so off the respawn, obviously I'm going back to topside towards my camps. I'm not really too worried about the Kindred invading me right now. She's really low. That death is not a big deal at all. We trade flashes mid. Yeah. So in my head, Kindred's probably hovering around topside. I'm thinking about this crab. This crab, and the reason I'm thinking about this crab, especially for Kindred players love, especially first crab. I know for a fact that if this marks, it's a 50-50 coin flip, right? If this marks, she's going to go through it, 100%. So I see it mark, and I'm looking around, and I don't think that I can contest it, but yeah. So especially with Camille being here, Camille walking into me like this, I know for certain that Kindred is here, based on that alone, right? I know for a fact that Kindred is going to be in the area. I also know that Kindred was low, so I'm keeping these things in mind. That Kindred was low HP, so if she's actually here for sure, I can maybe look for her. I see her, keep towards her. Instantly. Just go. Commit. She's dead. You know? We go on Camille here. I was kind of honestly confused in this situation on why I felt like I should have maybe had a little bit more assistance a little bit sooner. My whole jungle's warded, huh? I feel like Gragas. I guess Gragas. Either way, it is what it is. I killed the Kindred, so again, this is worth for me. I'm fine with this. Even with the death, which I didn't really feel like this death was. Like, I don't think I should be dying here. That was why. Okay. Gragas missed his E on Silas. Okay. This makes more sense now, because I can't die here unless the Silas is allowed to just free walk up and pressure my Riven off. I get the box on that. They should be winning this. I'm still confused on how they're not all dead. But, okay. We get the 3-for-2 trade. This is worth. I have serrated Dirk on Kindred. In my mind right now, pause, freeze frame. This mark is still up. It's a Kindred. I know that this Kindred is going to go to this every time. I'm pretty sure I typed in my chat. I ping on the way. I typed in my chat. I ping Mia here on the map. I'm just guessing, which I was right. I'm typing to my team as well. I'm saying she is going to respawn and run directly back to this map. Like I was telling my teammates there, they should have been here sooner, honestly. So I was pinging my laners and pinging the map that she's probably going to go to this for 20 seconds before I'm even here. Realistically, my laners probably could have been here a little bit sooner in this situation, but it's fine. I know they're coming. I'm just stalling. I'm literally just stalling, and she dies. Closer than I thought it should have been, but still, you know, play worked. And all of that, like, that priority, that move is most likely a result of the fact that I gave them the information that she's probably going to go. The Kindred wasn't pinging until 5 seconds ago, right? Like, give your laners information on what you want to do, always. I'm pinging, that was my ping on this crab. The reason I'm pinging this crab here in this situation is because now, guess what? This crab's dead, this crab's alive, Kindred has 0 stacks. So what does that mean? That means in 30 seconds after this crab died, this is going to mark. If you don't know how Kindred works, the first mark that she gets is always going to be on a crab. So if there's a crab up, there's a 30-second delay on this one dying. This is going to mark. So again, I'm typing to my team, I'm looking at the map. I have bot prio. I'm pinging on the way to this, I'm pinging on the way to this, I'm pinging Mia, I'm pinging assist. I'm typing to my bot lane, hey guys, can you move to this? This crab is going to mark. I honestly thought Kindred was already here, or going to be here very soon, waiting for the mark. She's kind of troll, and never even did her first red buff, but yeah. I have full bot prio, so it's fine, right? That's why, yeah, that's why my Gragas is hovering this, my Rakan is setting up to make a play here. All of this is a result of the fact that I typed and pinged and communicated that this is going to mark and we can kill her. So that is the situation right now. There's the Kindred. Here's our vision. I just Q, just stall for time, wait for my Rakan. And guess what? There's my Rakan and Kindred is dead. Because I can predict where she's going to be and what she's going to do for the next 30 seconds, whereas she's just walking around waiting for the game to happen. She's probably blaming her support as well, as if her support is supposed to be a mind reader, right? Because the Kindred did not communicate at all, you know, relative to the fact... I told my Rakan where to be and what to do 30 seconds ago. Kindred just walked in there and he's probably mad at his support. This play, I'm just kind of looking to see what I can get. I know Salas has no flash. I was just seeing if we could get like a cheeky kill. I don't know where Kindred is. At this point, I honestly have no idea where Kindred is because she can really be anywhere. I know that she has no buffs left on the map. Kindred players loves buffs and they love crabs. So after that, she can, right now, she can go anywhere. In my head, she's probably going to go to Gromp. She has an easier time clearing Gromp. And bot lane is more important on this patch anyways. So I'm guessing she's going to go to Gromp in this situation. I'm kind of just like, yeah. I think that she goes bot side. I warn my Gragas, like, she can be here. She can be here. She can be here. And I'm pinging on the way here to set up for a counter if she is here. Because look at this situation. I think that Renata's hovering. Yeah, in my mind, I'm countering the Kindred. Let's see. There she is. Renata was pretty much where I thought she was as well. So I'm just sitting here. I can't gank this, right? There's no universe where I'm going to reach this guy for a gank. The reason I am here is because I think that the enemy jungler might gank this. And if they gank this, the game ends. The game's already looking good for us. So yeah, that was that specific timer. I ping her blue as well. I assume she's probably hovering it. I think she might be here. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, she can be mid. My Gragas is fine because he has a huge lead. And now, what am I doing? I'm pinging on the way again because I know that her blue buff just spawned. And she's going to go to this blue, right? Like that's what she's going to do. She's going to go to this blue every time. I just saw her mid. She's going to take this path every time. So I want to kill her because I know I have an HP lead. I know I have a Dirk on her. I'm going to go on this guy every time. I did not expect him to do this. I don't know where the hell he thinks he's going. I thought I was going to have to chase him. But, I get a free flash there. And my Gragas gets a, a little bit of a birthday present, I guess you could say. At this point, I can kind of conclude that the enemy Kindred is mentally exploded. I'm going to take the blue buff. So, what is up on the map right now? I'm looking around bot. Dragon's up. What level? So, I'm going to get 6 off of this blue, so I have options, right? I'm either probably... I don't even remember. I didn't get 6? Oh, I remember being tilted about this, actually. This was yesterday. I was actually tilted that I didn't get 6 off that. But I'm still looking bot. The reason I don't take this plant is because I assume there's a much better chance that this bush is warded than this bush being warded. And I know that I can just Q this angle. There's no reason to blast plant over and potentially let them see me, right? That is why I'm here and not taking the plant. I'm just looking. I see them back off, so I dip out. They're afraid of me. And now, where's Kindred? The only place that Kindred can make a play right now, right? There's no way that she respawns. She knows I took her blow. There's no universe where she should ever be bot side again. So she's going to respawn. She probably, in my head, she's either going here, here, or straight to top lane, right? That's what I'm thinking. And she's here. So, I think I ping soon. I'm actually still hovering bot here. Surprised I don't ping mid. I guess I'm afraid of the Kindred because... Yeah, I think he might still be bot. Okay. I did kind of know that he was tilted as hell at this point, so that's why I have a little bit harder time tracking him. I just go for the bot play instead, though. So we see Kindred mid. I was initially looking for a counter, but we see Kindred mid, so I just go. Go on the Renata. That's a free kill. You dip out. We saw Kindred here. I want this crab. I want a ward here. So we see Kindred right here. I don't have smite, but I don't care. This guy's just gonna die for this. It's the most Kindred player shit I've ever seen in my life. He finally got his first mark, though. Really happy for him. But at what cost, you know? So, I'm gonna ulti and take this drag. I'm sitting on what? Let's see. Okay. Oh, wait, never mind. I have 2.2k gold, so I'm gonna ulti, do this Drake, and what am I gonna do out there? I'm gonna instantly reset. I think. Unless I'm not, never mind. I was going to reset, but then I looked mid and I saw that the enemy Silas was trying to give me a birthday present as well. I just see if he gives it to me. I just queue onto him. Freest kill I've ever seen in my life. Thank you very much, Kitten. Now, at this point, I'm assuming that Kindred's probably above me-ish. I don't really care what he's doing anymore. I have 2.5k. I'm going home no matter what. You see him here. I ping Rift. I don't want to give him Rift, but I also... There's no need to stay here. I see Rakan. I asked Rakan to walk to Rift, actually. I remember typing that. I asked him to walk to Rift Herald. I finished Duskblade. The reason I tell him to walk to Rift Herald... No, I remember what I typed. I typed, he's either on Rift or on my blue. That is what I typed to my teammates, and as I was basing, I said, Rakan, can you walk to Herald right now? And the reason I said that is because bot lane is already won. This is a perfect roam timer to close out the game. The enemy Kindred cannot do anything anymore. This game's over. All we have to do is just deny them anything in this game. So I say he's either at Rift or blue. I don't see him at Rift, so I ping Mia on my blue buff because it's a Kindred player. They love buffs, they love crabs. And shocking, we found the Kindred again. This guy is not having a good time. You didn't even get the blue buff. Like, I kind of almost wish he got the blue buff here, because this is fucked up. And again, you can say, oh, Chase, your team is just better for being here. But you can't ignore the fact, like, yes, it is nice when your teammates respond and play for jungle, but you have to acknowledge the fact that, like, you can create these situations. You know, most of the time, everyone on your team, for the most part, wants to win, or, you know, usually wants to win the game. So if you say things like, hey, Rakan, can you move to Rift? In general, like, in my experience, people usually listen, you know, if you give them a decent reason to. We're gonna Herald here. And at this point, the game's kind of a wrap. Camille's mentally exploded. My team has moved and played with and around me very well, because I've kind of just tracked Kindred the entire game. I see Camille kind of turbo sprinting on my top laner. I say, okay, well, we're gonna ignore that guy. Right now, after you grab Rift Herald, make sure, a lot of you guys don't do this. When you grab Herald, look around and like figure out at least some level of plan in terms of what you're gonna do with it. I have time. Plates don't despawn till 14 minutes. But I'm looking mid here. Kindred won't be here yet, so I think it's just Renata. Also, I think it's hilarious. I don't know if you guys, anyone else feels this way. Whenever Sylas players take Shaco ulti, it's the most useless ult that I've ever seen because I don't think I've ever seen a Sylas clone juke with Shaco ult, ever. Like, they never use it well. Okay, and at this point, my plan for Herald, I'm up here, I'm pressuring, I'm pushing, because I want to look to maybe Herald mid. Taking mid opens the map up a lot, as well as the fact that my Gragas is very strong, and this turret is the most chipped away tower on the map. So that is what I'm looking to set up for. I see this crab though. I want to grab this crab. I'm pinging on the way. I don't know where Kindred is. Yeah, I ping my Riven off here. It's kind of a little bit too late at this point. But this is the only place he can make a play. This is a very important thing as well, like for jungle, right? I don't know that Kindred's here. I'm guessing that Kindred is here. The reason I'm guessing that Kindred is here is because this is the only play that she can make on this map. And worst case scenario, you're better off assuming that she's there, right? Like, you should use your pings in the sense of not where you know that she is, but rather where she could be and where she could make a play that could negatively impact the game. Because if she's not there, you know, it's fine. Works out. Here, right there. I'm still looking for mid. I kind of want to see if I can find a Kindred. I don't see... He didn't walk this way, so I know for a fact that he's either just, like, running to Narnia, or he's doing his Krugs. I assume he's doing his Krugs. I see my Gragas hovering. I kind of want to look. I want to plant over. I don't have Q. I think he's here. What's Herald timer? I remember. Okay, my Gragas wants to go on Sylas. I was going to go on the Kindred, but like, I don't need to anymore. Kindred's out of this game completely. There's much more value to get ganking mid here because it translates to a Rift play on the turret. I dropped that pink because I think he's here, so I dropped this pink just in case he crosses, right? I'm kind of waiting to see if he does because I can just kill him for free while I'm kind of hovering here looking mid as well. That's why I'm kind of just sitting in this spot right now. I'm waiting to see where the play is. Kindred might be ghosting me, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Yep, and there's the play. Is this Kindred ghosting me? He might be. Sorry, I don't call Ghost often, but like this guy was kind of a weird player, no? Does he see me at all? I don't think... Okay, never mind. Sorry, he wasn't ghosting me. If he was ghosting me, he would have seen that I pinked this, and he wouldn't have walked up like that. Or shouldn't have, at least. But yeah, that was the point of this setup. That was the point of me waiting here. Because being there puts me in a situation where I can respond to either or. I actually can't commit onto the Kindred there because I don't know where their support is, as well as... What did I not have? Did I not have ulti? Oh, that was why. Yeah, I assumed... I played this with the assumption that Kindred was going to walk towards the bush, and I did not expect him to just walk straight up like this. So that is why I actually couldn't kill him there. I assumed that he was just like gonna either do his raptors and end up pulling them into this bush. Like, this is kind of grief by him to begin with because he's pinging off here, as in he thinks I'm here, yet he's walking up like you shouldn't be. That's kind of stupid, actually. Yeah, he lived there because he's dumb. But I'm still just like putting myself in a situation to respond to whatever they do. I have Rakan here. We see Kindred. Rift timer is getting... Rift timer out. Can't even see it. I think it's getting relatively low, right? I want to look to drop Rift soon. It has to be getting somewhat low. Styles kind of ints. I think I'm just gonna drop it here probably. It's getting low. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it here. I want plates. Also, fun fact: if you spam red trinket after dropping rift, you get a second one. If you spam it straight off the timer. This poor Kindred, man. Yeah, I dropped it before the fight started. I wanted to get it off, even though I knew it wasn't gonna full-blown finish it. I wanted to get off the map, and the timer on it was gonna run out. Yeah. So at this point, this game's kind of over for everybody. I went Duskblade into, I'm building towards Bork here, and the reason I'm building towards Bork, I like Bork second most games, is kind of what I've found. There's nothing wrong with going Essence Reaver. I go Essence Reaver a lot. Essence Reaver would have been fine in this game. What I've kind of come to conclude is that Bork lets you one-shot squishies, but it also actually gives me the opportunity to deal with, because at this point, the only risk, the only chance that the enemy team has is this guy. He already has a Divine Sunderer. I'm going Bork to make sure that he cannot carry, because me getting Bork means that I can kill him. And Silas is stacking HP as well, so yeah, that is why I'm building Bork here and not Essence Reaver. As well as I just like it. It just feels good. I think the item is very underrated. It's just really strong. It works on your clone as well. Dragon's coming up a little bit, so I'm pinging assist on the way. I thought this was disrespectful as hell. I don't know where Kindred is, because that was crazy that he was even here. Yeah, Dragon's coming up in like a minute or whatever. You should be pinging your laners that you want to be contesting it. You want, like, I'm pinging for help with vision. That's an important thing as well. Like, actually taking vision control is something that a lot of lower MMR players don't do. I think I go and get this mark just to be a dick. I don't really know where Kindred is. Kindred can be anywhere right now. I don't expect her to... I think she's probably hovering Drake. I don't expect her to go to the scrap, so I just sprint to it real quick. Because I assume that my team can kind of stall the dragon play since we're so far ahead. I grab this crab real quick. I see mid. And my best friend Kindred is looking for the flank on my Gragas. This poor guy, dude. So, yeah. Good play by, good bait by my Gragas to set up this whole play. The enemy team is all mentally exploded. Make sure to take everything, leave no crumbs. Yeah, make sure you're taking, especially like if you're way ahead like this, if you have a lead on the enemy jungle and a play like that happens, take the camps on the way out. There's no reason to not take them. It takes 5 seconds, and it guarantees that they cannot get back into the game. I'm playing away from the Camille pretty much the entire game because there's no reason to fight this guy. The game will end 4v4 at this state. We don't need to kill him. And Riven understands this as well. Riven is not fighting him. Riven is not trying to be the hero because he doesn't need to be. It's 18-5. This game is over, right? Kindred literally has... Oh my god. Yeah, I have a 3k gold lead on my counterpart at 15 minutes. Kindred has less gold. Okay, never mind. I thought it was less gold than Renata. Funny enough, Camille actually has the most gold. Sorry, the second most gold in this game. I'm 9-2 and I have less gold. That's crazy. Okay, so I tell my team we should kill the Camille. This is when I literally said we should kill Camille. And when I said we, I mean we should move on this together. After Drake, we get a reset. And I'm just kind of waiting. There's no other threats on the map. Like, they have no presence anywhere. They have no pressure anywhere. There's no threats anywhere. So I tell my team, I tell my Rakan, we should kill the Camille just to make sure that they have 0% chance to win the game. We see right there, we see the Silas take the thing. I know that Kindred's probably here, but I called the Avengers in to make sure that we can't fuck this one up. Wait, Camille actually resets, so Silas is just here by himself. That's funny as hell, actually. Okay, so... this game, as you can see, looking like it is just about done. Wait, how did I die? I don't even remember what happened in this situation. This was an awkward okay. I committed onto the Renata. Oh, this play tilted me, actually. Okay, this was a clone juke. Like, I didn't need to die here. The only reason I died here is in my mind, right? Like, I went for a clone juke on the Camille because I can't die if I don't clone juke the Camille. So in my head, like, there's no universe where she should ever think that I'm the real one. You know? I Q onto the Renata, he hits the ulti, I buffer it with an ultimate. So I see the Camille right here, and I'm like, okay, well, shit. We actually kind of, like, this guy can kill me. I don't have Q up for a minute. So right away, I'm just going to go for the clone juke. I'm going to send my clone away. That instant pathing right there. I'm sending my clone away because I'm trying to juke the Camille. I'm trying to get the Camille to chase this one. I hated that she committed this. Like, what do you know that I don't? Fun. I'm still tilted by this. I was so I literally remember, like, live on stream, I was like, why the hell did she kill me there? Like, I literally called her stupid for killing me. Because it felt so, like... No, this was a good clone shoot. Okay. I sound salty. It wasn't really... Okay. The reason it was a bad clone juke is because I don't actually die unless they do that. Like, I can't die if I just play it like normal. I ulti away from the Camille, and I put my clone on her to slow her and disrupt her. I can't die if I do that. Because of that, this makes it a bad clone juke, but it still bothered me. It doesn't really matter, though, this game. Yeah, my Varus is online now. Long story short, we're kind of, at this point, we're just kind of closing. We're waiting for the enemy team to surrender. I'm going on the Camille because I can kill her now. I have Bork online. We kill all of them and their entire family and have intercourse with their mother. I'm pinging Baron. And yeah, this game's a wrap. This game's all done. So, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any, like, I'm not really sure. Like I said, this is all one cut. I'm not gonna be editing this. Hopefully this is, you know, helpful to you guys in terms of how to track, especially like specific matchups like Kindred, right? Like, I'm playing and tracking differently based on the matchup, based on the Kindred. I'm able to predict what she's going to do next because Kindred players all play the same. They want blue, they want red, they want crab, they want their marks, and they're going to go to that every time. You can control, especially when you have like priority laners. If you should be able to know where the mark is going to be if you actually, you know, play against Kindred, you play Kindred, you learn how the marks work. Once you learn how those marks work, you can predict what she will do most of the time, right? And if they don't do it, it's fine, it's free. But yeah, the biggest thing for jungle is just thinking about what does the enemy jungler want and how can you respond to it. The reason why that she was taken out of this game pretty much entirely is because my laners were there before her laners every single time. And the reason why is because I told my laners every single time. I remember in the VOD too. Yeah, literally in the VOD, I would tell them exactly where to be, exactly what I wanted. So I ping Mia on here. I'm not sure. I think he could maybe look for a dive right now on this timer. Wow, I really didn't see that ward. That's so unlucky. So yeah, I'm pinging to this. I want this mark. I know that Kindred's probably low. I'm not worried about the Camille. But what the Camille verifies, like, the Camille doing this right now is actually kind of troll. Because what this does is this tells me for a fact that Kindred's here. Because there's no universe where, like, if Kindred's either here or he's trolling. So I have to assume the Kindred's here. This is a mark. I see my ribbon above, and I know I have an HP lead on the Kindred. Right? So I'm just looking. And again, Kindred might be full HP here. That's why I just box over. Kindred might be full HP here. I'm just kind of looking if we can. Because if he's low, like I think he might be, we don't have to give him this. Camille misses a Z. We're stalling. I'm waiting. Body language when you Q as well. Very important. I'm facing this way, and I Q this way onto the Kindred. And she doesn't even expect it, man. She thinks I'm queuing onto the Kindred. She's like, well, she turns back around. Yeah. And I know she's gonna go to it again, right? We kill her there. This play happens, and I know... The reason I know she's gonna go to this crab again is because she died first. So in her mind, she's going to get here before me. So I know she's gonna go to this for a fact. And I'm just pinging on the way to it. I type to your teammates, guys. Like, when you know something, tell your team. Like, I think Kindred's going. I think she's gonna go to this. She's going to go to this. Every Kindred player is the same. There she is. Like, when you have information or you are thinking something as a jungler, tell your teammates. And I'm not saying to command your laners, you know, in terms of where to go and what to do, but just like give them the information that you have in your brain, because they're all trying to manage their lane and thinking about all these different things. If you understand how to track the enemy jungler and you can do that for them, you can add so much value. Not even gank. You don't have to gank to win jungle. You don't have to gank to out jungle. You don't have to kill anybody to out jungle. You literally just, if you're tracking well, tell your teammates. Like, that's so valuable, and so many laners don't do it. It's like the biggest thing I think you could take away, I guess, for lower elo junglers. So but yeah, that's about it. We kind of had a nuts night last night. I could have reviewed any of these games. I lost this game with Quantum, which made me sad, but it's okay. Anyways, guys, let me know if you like this kind of content. Genuinely, like, I want feedback. I want to start, you know, making better content. I've never really loved YouTube compared to, I've always been a streamer first. But if this is something you like I actually enjoy doing more informative stuff. I don't want to just be the guy that's, because I'm whiny as hell when I'm playing League. We all are. You know, it's just kind of how it is. So yeah, if you guys like this style of content, if you guys, you know, think that this was helpful to you, let me know. I appreciate it. Drop a like as well. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, bros.